Hey guys, Sydney here. Welcome to another Dokkan battle video. Today, I'm going to be doing the top 10 Dokkanfest Turs. I did a top 10 LR video, so I thought it would be fair to do a top 10 Dokkanfest Turs. Now, I just got done recording a video, but then I realized that I forgot the new Gotenks in Boo. And I own these units, so it was even more. It was like, wow, how could I forget? So, that was a little scuffed, but they are on here. I will say they are on here now. So that's nice. So getting into it, number 10, we have Zamasu. Leader skill, Realm of Gods category, HP and attacks 100. Yes. This is the best leader skill in the game whenever, or it's not the best leader skill in the game, but like in terms of the 170, 170, 130s, this is my favorite. HP and attack 170 and defense 130. You're just in my opinion, you're just gonna get more value out of HP 170 than defense 170 in my opinion. And extreme class key 3 and attacking 120% is like nothing to scoff at as well. Like that's so solid enough that if you have a good unit, you could put him on here if he's extreme class and he'll work. Super attack effect is not the best. Greatly lowers defense is solid, but not the best. Attack 100%, 40% damage reduction, recovers 7% HP when HP is 70% or less. So not a bad passive. I mean that 40% of damage reduction really comes into play. Third turn from start of the battle for his Potara fusion, really good transformation condition. His links are solid. Power bestowed, cold judgment, prodigies, godly power, dismal future, fear and faith, and fierce battle. So he has solid key links. He's on a ton of good categories around Potara, Future Saga, transformation boost, time travelers, last resort, and explosion of anger. All these categories are really good, and this category is solid. He's on some good categories. Now when he does his first transformation, he gets key 2, attack 120%, still reduces damage by 40%, but he just gets more key and more attack, and recovers 10% HP when 80%. So he just gets a bit better essentially. And he gains Fuse Fighter, Nightmare, and Big Bad Bosses, which in my opinion is an upgrade. Mutates can be activated the turn after the first turn that he does this transformation. And him and the Trunks that I'm going to have on this list further down the line, their final transformations, they basically get rid of all their so-so defense and just become pure offense. Which is not bad when you're going to like finish an enemy off, but you can get hit hard with these guys. So if you look at the differences here, he gets 2 extra key and he gets attack 280%. That's insane. Reduces he drops the 40% damage reduction and he gets 20%, so he takes more damage. And like if you were to greatly raise attack into defense, he would be solid for defensively after he supers, but massively lowering the defense is helpful. That's an 80% defensive debuff on the enemy. And with this, he's gonna hit so hard. But like he just can't take hits, and that's why I only have him number 10. And if you for some reason like have like a super class Realm of Gods ally on the team, or if you have him on one of these other teams, he does make your super class allies a bit worse, which is weird. I don't know why they do that. The other Merge Zamasu did have that as well, but it doesn't make sense. But it's there, so it's there. Still a great unit, especially in this form with that 40% damage reduction. And if you do need him to hit hard, like if you just need the extra bit of damage and you'll know you'll live, this is nice so to bust out to finish an enemy off. That puts Zamasu at number 10. At number 9 we have Future Gohan. Future Gohan is really good. Bond to Master Disciple or Hybrid Saiyans. Then again, that HP and attack 170 and defense 130. I love that. Greatly raises defense 1 turn, so that's a 50% defensive buff after he supers. Attacking with 100%, pretty standard. Reduces damage received by 58% when HP is 58% or less. Bond to Master and Disciple category allies key 1 and attack 130%, and that is half of his leader skill. Links Could be better, but still solid. I mean, all in the family, same warrior race, same lineage, cold judgment, experienced fighters, dismal future, fierce battle. He does lack some key links, but I mean, he'll still give himself key 1 from his passive. And if you have so dismal future active, he won't need too much key. If you have same lineage, he won't need too much at all. Now, the transformation condition on his teams that he leads it's really easy to get off, and on majority of his teams it's extremely easy to get off. The only one you're not going to get it off on is Goku's family, but I believe like all of these other ones, it's easy to have a Trunks on the team. Transforms HP is 58% or more with an ally who's Trunks, and after he transforms, he raises attack, which is I don't know. He doesn't it's infinite attack, but he has damage reduction, so it is all fine in the end. Attack 100%, reduces damage DC by 58%. That's so much damage reduction, it's insane. Key 1 and attack inhibits 30% per monster bond of master and disciple category ally attacking in the same turn. That's solid. Launches an additional super attack when there's an android's category enemy. That's really good. He gives himself at least, like, I believe, 1 key, and I'm sure he'll have a few other of them on the team. So he'll have solid key now, and he still has his Golden Warrior Dismal Future, so he should get his key. Sometimes he will struggle for key if you have a scuffed turn, but most of the time he'll be good on key. He hits really hard. He has damage reduction, and he gets some extra defense if you have some Bond Master and Disciple on the team. And his category hasn't changed. Future Gohan, very good unit. As long as you can get this activated, he's so good. And even if you can't, he'll still be an okay unit. But if you can get this man to transform, he's an outstanding unit. That puts Future Gohan at number 9. Number 8, we have Exchange Boo. This is controversial. I do own Transferring Boo. In fact, this is really weird. I have 3 dupes in him. I have pulled so much of him for whatever reason. So, I have pulled 4 of him in total. I literally did a summon today. I got Hercule on Boo. And you want to know what Dokkanfest exclusive I pulled from the banner? This guy. Now, I'll take another Boo. But I was really hoping for this Zamasu. I just like the idea of having like a Realm of Gods team. But I got this guy. I can't complain. Like, I did not get shafted on that banner at all, on either of these banners. In fact, I might make a video going over, like, what units I pulled. It won't be very long, but I think it'd be interesting. Boo. Majin Bauer category, key 4 in HP, attack, and defense, 170%. Now, you guys maybe think, oh my gosh, that's insane. 4 key and 170% across the board. The reason that is because this category is pretty bad. There's 1 LR... and like you see, the category is rather small, and that's why. But artificial life forms is a good category, and he gives a standard, so 170, 130. It has some good units on here, some LRs. It has Android 13, which was just shy of making this list. In fact, because I forgot about these 2, he was on the list, but I had to boot him off. But this guy would be like 11th or so. Like this category is solid, so I mean, this is good, and if you can run some of these units on there, that's nice as well. Greatly raises attack for 1 turn, not bad. Now, key 1, attack 100%, reduces damage by 40%, so he's solid defensively. Exchange from the 3rd turn. Now, he doesn't have the best links. The only key link he has is Revival, and he does give himself key 1. He'll be fine as long as you have this active, but if not, he will struggle for key before he transforms, if you're like running more in like a villain's team, quote for quote. Doesn't he start out as super class? I'm not sure. Now, once he exchanges, he becomes really good. Great his attack for 1 turn, and he guaranteed seals, which means the enemy can't super after he hits them as long as they're not immune to it in some boss fights. Key 2, attack 150%, reduces damage received by 40%. High chance of 40% chance of stunning the attacked enemy, medium chance of evading, including super attack. That's a 25% chance to evade, and that's a 40% chance to stun. And he gains Fear and Faith, Brutal Beatdown, and Berserker, which is some solid links. Now, the only reason that him and the Gotenks are not higher is because in this form... Wait, who's here? Yeah, okay. Oh, yes. spoiler alerts, by the way, but it's not that so big of a deal. So the only reason these guys aren't higher is because, like, in their first form, they're not that good. In these forms, they're solid, but I don't even know if they would even be. Yeah, I'm sure they would be on this list if they were just this form. But let's say that these units were just their final form. The, these two would be number 1 and 2 easily, except because to get them to their final form, you have to do it. You have to be at 70%. 70% or more HP from the 4th turn after this. So that's like 7 total turns. Which means in shorter events like Super Battle Road or Dokkan Adventure, you're not going to get this off. Very rarely. But in longer events, it will be pretty easy to get this off, like Infinite Dragon Ball History or the Legendary Goku event. Now, what happens to these guys when they transform into their final form? Well, greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns and seals. So that's a 50% SA multiplier, or this attack buff, and defense buff for 3 turns. Key 3 attack 220%, 50% damage reduction, and he gets 12% extra crit per rainbow key spirit obtained. That is dumb good. He has 50% damage reduction, which means he takes half as much damage as he should have. And then, after he supers, he gets a 50% defensive buff. And then for the other 2 turns, he'll have the 50% buff before he supers. So this guy is still a defensive monster. He can hit so hard, and he has that extra chance to crit. His links are insane, and also he gets key 3 anyway, so his key links, as long as you have Fear and Faith active, he'll get his super attack. Brutal Beatdown, Metamorphosis, Infinite Regeneration. So he heals while standing tall. 50% attack buff, Fierce Battle, obviously, and Majin. He has so many good links. And he's on some solid categories. Transformation Boost, Resurrected Warriors, Time Travelers, all Kamehameha, Majin Power. Well, yeah, he wouldn't fit well in the Kamehameha category because that's a bunch of Goku and Gohans and such. But on Resurrected Warriors, Transformation Boost, Time Travelers, and Boo Saga, he fits solid. Great unit. He is held back a bit by he can't be this all the time. And this is only just a solid. He's solid here. But like this, having this for, the first turn he's in, and then, like if he was just this, he would probably be like a number 10 or something. I don't know. But if you can get that off, he's an insane unit. That puts Exchange Boo at number 8. Number 7, we have Gotenks. Now, remember, I do own both these units, so I have had hands-on experience with both. I do believe Gotenks is slightly better, and I'll get into that later, but in his base form, then again, in their first form, they're not that good. He greatly raises defense, not bad. Key 1, HP attack, or attack and defense 100. Oh yeah, I need to go over his leader skill. Special pose, same thing with Majin Power. It's not that good It's not that good of a category, and that's why. Now, Youth is a better category, but honestly, the artificial life form team that Boo leads is better than Youth, in my opinion. But Youth is still a solid category. Links are solid. Now, this you'll almost never have active, but he has Fuse Fighter and he gives himself Key 1, so he won't struggle to get that super attack as long as you have this active. And I also saying Lineage. And he has some solid attack links. And he's on a ton of good categories. Fusion, Hybrid, Majin Buu Saga, Super Saiyan 3, Transformation Boost, Youth, Super Saiyans, Last Resort, Special Pose. But I mean, all these categories are good besides Special Pose. And now on his first transformation, which is 3rd turn, so very good transformation condition. He still greatly raises defense, but he has a 70% chance to stun for 2 turns. That's really good. Key 2, so it's at attack and defense 100%. Now, this is where the unit gets a little wonky, because getting the extra attack and defense is all based on chance, which is a bit scuffed, but let me go over it. High chance of attack, 50%, with a high chance of additional attack, 50%. 50% chance for each of those attack, 50% to activate, and then the same thing with the defense. He has a 50% chance to get both defensive buffs. Now, and then he has a 25% chance of launching an additional super, which means another greatly raised defense, and if he didn't stun, you have another chance to stun. And his transformation condition same as Boo's, 4 turns after he transforms into this. And he gains Super Saiyan and Golden Warrior, so not bad links to gain. Same categories. Now then again, he's not that good. I think he's a bit better than Boo's first transformation, because of if you do get these off, then he will be still very good. But if you don't, he is like not that good. Like if you were to get 0 of these and just you were to have a really unlucky rotation, he's not that good. In fact, he's pretty bad. But if as long as you get one of the two 50% off, he'll be solid defensively and solid offensively. Now if you get this transformation, then again, so like Super Boo, he just gets insane. Greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns with a 50% chance of stun. Now, his stun chance does go down a little bit, but honestly, that isn't the biggest of deals. Because attack and defense 100% same, push an additional attack 100% when performing a super attack. Key 3, great chance of launching an additional super for 4 turns from start of turn. Which means, essentially, and he has a 70% chance of doing this. Essentially, most turns you're going to get at least 1 additional super, which means more attack and defense, more chances of stunning. And he does get over in a flash, which is a good unit. Fuse Fighters are there, and he has Super Saiyan and Limit Breaking Form. This isn't the best link. I mean, attack 2000 still helps, so that you bleed out a bit more damage. And Super Saiyan is obviously a great link. Then again, like if Boo now the reason, I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of prefer Boo's third transformation better than Gotenks's, but the reason I have the Gotenks higher is because of this form. I believe that this form is a handful better than the evil Boo, and the third Boo is only a bit better than this guy. So I do have good Gotenks a bit higher, mainly because you're gonna see this way more than you see this for this guy, and that's why I have him a tier above. Or a spot above. That puts Gotenks at number 7. Number 6, right? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's at number 6. Now coming in at number 5, right? Dude, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Gotenks is number 6. I had to check again. Coming in at number 5, we have Transforming Trunks. This guy is so good. Future Saga. Then again, that HP and attack 170. I love that. And defense 130. And superclass key 3 and 120%. That is also not bad. Now, in his first form, he's not that good. He can get an attack raise and 100% attack and defense. Not the best. But he transforms essentially the next turn he's in. And he has Prepared for Battle, Dismal Future. He has solid key links. And Royal Lineage, but that's not too common. But Dismal Future and Prepared for Battle, very common. Or at least Prepared for Battle is. Dismal Future is kind of common. Same Lineage, same Warrior Race. And he's on a ton of great categories. Hybrid Saiyans, Future Saga, Time Travelers, Vegeta Family, Transformation Boost, Super Saiyans, Bond and Master, and Disciple, and Revenge. Now, all these categories besides Bond and Revenge are outstanding categories, and Bond and Revenge are still solid categories. Now, once he transforms in here, he just gets better. Now, he infinitely raises attack and defense. Oh, that's my favorite super attack condition in the game. 120%, so he gets 20% extra attack and defense. And key 1, that's helpful. And an additional attack and defense 10% at the start of turn. And he builds that up until he gets key 4 and 8%. So essentially, after he's fully built up, he's attack and defense 200% and key I believe key 4. Either that or it's key 5. Now that's really good. He can hit hard, he has good defense, and he infinitely raises this, which means he'll just have more and more attack and defense. He gains Golden Warrior and Super Saiyan, solid links, so there's nothing to scoff at. And this turn, which then again, he drops a lot of his defense, and he gains some more offense. This can be activated the turn after this, so pretty easy to get off, although not recommended until you just need like a finishing blow. Excuse me. So once he goes here, he massively lowers defense, so that's an 80% defensive reduction, attack 30%, and defense 10% per key spear obtained. Attacks effective against all, super effective against all types. Randomly changes a certain type of key spears, tech excluded, to tech once only. Now you see how he gets attack and defense per spear. So him changing that is nice, and he is super effective against all types. Now his defense when he's in here is only this, and also all the defense that he stacked in this form is still there, except but the attack and defense to 200% he loses. So he only has it so the defense he stacked, and the attack defense 10% per spear. So he will lose defense, but he just gets stronger offensively because he massively lowers effective against all types, and he still gets an attack 30%. So he becomes so much better offensively, but he does lose some defense. Now, in longer events like Infinite Dragon Ball History or the legendary Goku event, this guy's insane. Because you can keep him in this stage, and he will not take damage from either of them after a lot of turns. He just becomes insane defensively, and he can still hit hard. And against like Int UI Goku, if you need just this one less hit, you can transform into this and just deliver that final blow, and he'll do like over a million damage as long as you get him a good amount of orbs. Insane unit, especially in his standard middle form, and if you need a finishing blow, then again you can go here. Now his counterpart was a Zamasu, so from the beginning, but I just think Trunks is a better unit with his stacking, attack, and defense, and he so builds up to 200%. So I do have Trunks ahead of Zamasu by a fair margin. That puts Trunks at number 5. Now next up, just released on Global, we have Majin Vegeta. Leader skill: Super Saiyan 2 category key 3, attack, HP attack and defense 170%. So now that's really good. I mean the Super Saiyan 2 category is definitely a solid category. It's not the best, not the worst. I mean it has 2 of the best LRs on the game on it, along with this guy's solid. You're still okay. You're good. You're good. You're solid. You're solid. You were actually probably like 13th on this list, I would say, as well. You were just shy. But the only reason that this guy would have made it is because of his pure Saiyan's leader skill. Him as a unit, he's not the best. But I mean that pure Saiyan's leader skill is hard to pass up. And Resurrected Warriors category key 3 and HP attack and defense 150%. That's pretty good. Raises defense for 1 turn, not the best, but his passive kind of makes up for it. Attack and defense 100%, and attack boost up to 60% the more HP. So turn 1 he'll be so dishing out insane damage because he's essentially attack 160% turn 1. Now he will be a bit unreliable defensively because he gets the defensive boost with the less HP. And he has attack and defense 130% when attacking when you get 3 or more key spears. Now to get a transformation, pretty simple. Facing one enemy when HP is 80% or more. That's not that hard to get off. And third turn. Link's prepared for battle. Fierce battle. He has royal lineage, so he has some solid key links. But he gets no. Oh my gosh, he gets no key from his passive, so you will need that prepared for battle to be there if you're going to get a super attack off of them majority of the time. Categories: Resurrected Warriors, Majin Buu Saga, Pure Saiyans, Vegeta's Family, Worthy Rival Super Saiyan 2. These categories are really good, and these 2 categories are also solid. Now after he transforms, which is not that hard to get off. Alright, this is actually one complaint I have. He loses prepared for battle and goes to over in a flash, which means they're like, now yes, it is manageable to do, but him moving links will kind of like, you have to build the team a lot more around this guy whenever you intend on him transforming, because you have to link him up with over in a flash units now rather than prepared for battle for him to get that key. But if you can do that, this guy's insane. So greatly raises defense 1 turn, much better, and with 50% chance of stun for 2 turns. That's also very good. He gets 20% more attack and defense. Attack and defense 120%. Plus an additional attack boost up to 77% more HP the greater the attack boost. That's standard. He just gets a 70% more. And the defense, the less HP, the greater. Now this guy, people praise this guy because he gets attacks effective against all types with 3 or more key spears, which means, attacks effective against all types has been like Gogeta's effect, because the first Gogeta in the game, SCR Gogeta, had it. He was the first to introduce it. Then Int Gogeta had it, and Blue Transforming Gogeta also has it, and Janemba has always been the guard against all attacks. Like, Int Janemba had it, SCR Janemba, and I believe those are the only 2 Janembas in the game. I don't know. I'd have to we'll look that up later. But if you get 6 or more key spears, this guy will not be touched. And if you get 3 or more, he's already doing insane damage as long as you have the health. But if you get 6 or more spears every turn, this guy is insane. Now, if you now let's say there's a turn where you don't get even 3 spears, he'll just be an average unit. He'll be average, but if you can just get the 6 or even the 3 for the damage, but if you can get all 6, he's good offensively and defensively. He's an insane unit. You just have to make sure to get the orbs. Oh, recommendation because what? On 3 of the categories that he's on, this will help you. This unit right here, I talked about this guy on my very first video, top 10 banner units, and this guy was the second best banner unit in the game. This guy is on 3 of the categories he's on, Pure Saiyans, Worthy Rivals, and Vegeta's family, and he creates tech key spares, which will help to the Vegeta a lot. Just like a helpful advice. And that guy's been on so many banners, he's been out for so long, so a lot of you guys will have him if you've been playing the game long enough. That puts Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta at number 4. 4? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 4 then. No, 5. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That puts him at number 4. You know what? I don't know. Whatever. It's not important. This is a top 10, but just ignore it. Otherworld Warriors. Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, this is scuffed. I'm sorry. So, Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku. Otherworld Warriors category, key 3, HP and attack and defense 170%. Now, this category is nowhere near as good as the Super Saiyan 2 category. Now his Super Saiyan 3, we just go solid. So the Super Saiyan 3 category is a solid category. Raises attack for 1 turn. Then again, it's like the Vegeta, but instead of attack, or instead of defense, he does attack. 100% same. But see, now this is why I like Goku more than Vegeta, because he gets the defense boost with the more HP. Now, in my case, whenever I've used this guy on the one team I can use him on, which is Transformation Boost, this guy is so much better with a defense boost rather than the attack boost. I just like the extra defense over the extra attack, because majority of the time in events you are going to have more HP than less HP, in my case at least. So, and obviously he gets more attack with the less HP. He gets attack and defense 30% when attacking with 3 or more spears, similar to what the Vegeta did. Actually, I think it's the same. Transformation condition. 1 enemy, 80% or more health, 3rd turn, pretty simple to get off. Links are good. Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, Kamehameha, Prepared for Battle, Supreme Power, and Fierce Battle. All solid links, and as long as you have that Prepared for Battle active, he'll be able to get his supers off pretty easily. He's on a lot more teams, wow, or not a lot, but a few more. Majin Buu Saga, Resurrected Warrior, Super Saiyan 3, Pure Saiyan, Transformation Boost, Goku's Family, Kamehameha, Otherworld Warriors, and Super Saiyan 2. He's on a ton of good categories. He has solid links, and after he transforms into Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he gets really good. Greatly raises attack for 1 turn, not bad. Another 50% chance of stun, just like the Vegeta. 120% same. Now, but then he gets that 70% more to defense with more HP, and he gets that attack with less. Now he gets attack with 30% when attacking, and a chance of evading enemy super attack with 3 or more key spears. Attacks super effective against all types with 6. Now I do prefer the Vegetas. 6 or more spear effect, but just that more to defense and more HP is just so much more impactful for me, and that's the only reason I have him here. Now he does do the same thing that Vegeta does. He gains over and a flash over prepared for battle. Now this is another reason I have the Goku over the Vegeta. On the Super Saiyan 3 team, this team is filled with over and a flash, way more than the Super Saiyan 2 team is. So that's why, another reason why, because making the transition is a lot easier for this guy compared to Vegeta on his teams compared to Vegeta's teams. So that puts Goku at number 4, apparently. I don't know. Now coming in at number 3, we have Dokkanfest Beerus. Now these last 3 are like in another class compared to the rest. Obviously they're not far and above, but they're like in like a different class essentially. Now Beerus, Explosion of Anger or Realm of Gods, Key 3, HP 130, attack and defense 170. Then again, not the HP 170, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Infinitely raises attack, greatly lowers defense, not bad. Defense 100%, attack 150% when performing a super. Plus an additional attack and defense 70% within the same turn after receiving an attack. So essentially, if he gets hit first, he'll have so much more defense and he'll do so much more damage. Randomly changes key spirits of a certain type to rainbow key spirits. Attacks effective against all types when there is a Realm of Gods category enemy. This is not the most common, but it'll happen pretty often. I mean, Realm's a pretty big category, but it won't happen all the time. But when it's there, it helps. And he randomly changes the rainbow when there's a realm as well, right? Yeah. So if you're facing a Realm of Gods category enemy, this guy's insane, but if not, he's still very good with that greatly lowering defense and raising attack. I wish he were to have some form of defensive buff on a super attack, but whatever. Now he has an active skill. Attack and defense 50%, attacks effective against all types, and attacks guaranteed to hit for 1 turn. Can be activated when 70% or less starting from the 4th turn. Good condition. This is crazy, dude. This is a lot of talking. Now his links are not the best. Godly Power Prodigy's Connoisseur. In a sense, Shocking Speed, Berserker, Fierce Battle. Now, his key links are not the best. He only has Shocking Speed, and that's not the most common. But if you're facing Realm of Gods, he'll randomly create Rainbow. But as long as you can get a few Shocking Speed units on his team, this guy is insane. He's on some good categories. Realm of Gods, movie bosses, Siblings Bond, Worthy Rivals, Bond of Master Disciple, and Explosion of Anger. Realm, great category. Bosses, great category. Siblings Bond, solid. Worthy Rivals, solid. Bond of Masters, solid. Explosion of Anger, solid. These 2 categories are insane for him to be on, and these are still solid. Great unit, and if you're facing a Realm of Gods category enemy, this guy's like the best unit in the game for that. And even if you're not, he's still solid, especially if you get that extra 70% attack and defense after receiving a hit. That puts Beerus at number 3. Now, number 2 is a unit I've had a lot of hands-on experience with. That is Dokkanfest Bardock. I pulled this guy off a Goku Black Dimension on my global account. This guy is so good. Revenger, Low-Class Warrior, Key 4, HP 130, attack and defense 170. Not bad. I would prefer the HP 170, but you can't have it all. He infinitely raises defense. This is big. Now advice for this guy, in the legendary Goku event or Infinite Dragon Ball history, do not transform this guy straight away, because that will really hurt his defense. Build up his defense so he's about 200% in Infinite and 300% in the legendary Goku event, and then transform him, because if not, he will not have the best defense in the world. No, my gosh. Attack and defense 120%, not bad. Attack 10% per low-cast warrior category on the team. Now on the team I run this guy on, which is Pure Saiyans and Goku's family, you're not going to have that very often. Maybe like 1 unit on the team for Pure Saiyans or family, but I don't have that active very often. But if you do, he hits a lot harder. Attacks effective against all types when there is a wicked bloodline category enemy. Not that common, but when it's there, it helps, right? He has prepared for battle, the most common key link in the game. Family ties, which isn't very common. Experienced fighters, common. Saiyan lineage, pretty common. Saiyan warrior race, common. Fierce battle, like the most common link in the game. He is on a ton of teams. Resurrected warriors, which sorry. Resurrected Warriors is a solid category. Low-class Warrior isn't the best, but it's still okay. In fact, it's really free-to-play friendly, isn't it? I mean, you're free-to-play, you're free-to-play, you're free-to-play. Like, there's a lot of free-to-play units on this team. I just wanted to go over that real quick for people who... Because if you pull this guy, you can run an entire low-class Warrior for completely... besides this guy... You could have a completely low-class warrior team, and it would be a very good team. Pure Saiyans, best category in the game. Transformation boost, solid. Time Traveler, solid. Family, very good. Super Saiyans, very good. Explosion of Anger, solid. And Revenge, solid. Great. Well, he's solid before he transforms, but then again, his transformation condition pretty easy. 4th turn, or can be activated instantly when there's a wicked bloodline category enemy. But even then, 4th turn is pretty easy to get off. Now, once he transforms, raises attack and defense for 1 turn, not bad, and he greatly lowers defense. Attack 180% and defense 100%. Now, he does lose 20% to defense once he transforms, but because he raises so defense in here, as long as you give him some turns to build that up, that will not be an issue. Attacks effective against all types when facing extreme class enemies. That is very good. Extreme class is like... not half the game, but it is a good majority, because obviously there's only 2 classes like that. There's Super Class, which is, good guys, and Extreme Class, which is villains. Now, obviously, Extreme Class is a pretty wide category of characters. So he'll get that a good amount of the time. Key 3, chance of performing a critical hit and evading enemy super attack, including super attack, plus 80%, and reduces damage received by 80% for 5 turns from start of turn. Launches an additional super attack that has a high chance to become a super attack, and all attacks become critical hits when there is just one facing a wicked bloodline category enemy. That is a mouthful. This guy is the best unit in the game when you're fighting Friezas, Coolers, any unit like that. This guy is the best unit in the game to use them against. Even if you're not facing Extreme Class, I use this guy in the Legendary Goku event. He's solid. No. He's very good defensively, and he doesn't hit the hardest without this, but he still does damage. He'll do like 600k per super, and I'm fine with that. But when you're facing extreme class enemies, this guy hits hard, and if you're facing a Frieza or cooler enemy essentially, get out of the way. This guy guaranteed crits, damage reduction, evade chance, key 3 as well. This guy, if you're facing Frieza or cooler, anybody in the Wicked Bloodline category team, get out of the way. This guy is insane if you have this. And even if not, as long as you have this guy is very good. And even without this, he's still solid. Now, links, he gains Super Saiyan and First Awakened. Solid links all around. And he still has that Prepared for Battle. He has that Key 3 when you're facing the Wicked Bloodline. But as long as you have the Prepared for Battle, he'll still get his key, right? Same categories. This guy becomes a god after he transforms. And even before, he's still an okay unit. He's still good. But after he transforms, he becomes god tier. Especially, he becomes insane if you're facing Wicked Bloodline, and if you're facing an extreme class enemy, he's still a god. Without, he's just solid, right? That puts Bardock at number 2. Number 1, the best Dokkanfest unit in the game is Cooler. Now, not gonna lie, I prefer Bardock over Cooler, but I've heard more Cooler is better than Bardock is better than Cooler. So I'm gonna put Cooler here. Leader skill, Terrifying Conquerors or Transformation Boost, category Key 3. Now, HP 130, then again, not the best, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Attack and defense 170%. He greatly lowers attack and defense, which means he will be better defensively after he supers, because the enemy will do less damage, right? 100% attack and defense, pretty standard. Now, Transformation Boost category allies, Key 2, and attack and defense 30%. And then again, he does lead that category when facing one enemy. Terrifying Conqueror's key 2, attack and defense 50% when facing 2 or more enemies. Now that 2 or more enemies is a bit bad. So that's not going to be too common because the majority of the game you are facing one enemy, but it's there, it helps. And I mean, one ally transformation boost key 2, 30%. That's pretty good. His active skill transformation can be activated instantly when there's a Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans category enemy starting from the 3rd turn, facing only one enemy. But if there's not, you can still get it from the 6th turn when facing only one enemy. Now, Pure Saiyans is the largest category in the game. I've gone over that multiple times, and Hybrid Saiyans is a pretty big category in its own right. So most of the time or not most of the time, but a good majority of the time you will be able to get this off instantly. But then again, if you can't, I mean, 6 turns is a bit long, but it's not that bad. Now, Link, strongest clan in space, not bad, especially on the Terrifying Conqueror team. And transformation boost, I'm sure there's plenty of freezes on there. Thirst for Conquest, good. Big bad bosses, amazing. Brutal beatdown, good. Metamorphosis, good. Universe's most malevolent, very good. Fierce battle, insane. Great links. Categories, movie bosses, very good. Transformation boost, very good. Wicked Bloodline, very good. Terrifying Conqueror, solid. Target Goku, solid. Last Resort, the 2nd best category in the game. Now, after he transforms, now, this is why he's the best unit in the game. Or, not the best unit in the game, sorry. The best Dokkanfest unit in the game. Raises attack infinitely. This guy has infinite attack. Greatly lowers defense for 3 turns, so he does even more damage. Key 3, attack and defense 180%. Launches a guaranteed additional that has a 25% chance of becoming a super, and performs a guaranteed crit when there's a Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans category enemy. Now, I've gone over this largest category in the game, also pretty big category. You will get that guaranteed crit a good amount of the time. And even if you don't, he still has 180% attack and defense and key 3. And he has a guaranteed additional, but with a 25% chance of becoming a super. Now, that's not bad. It won't happen very often, but it happens every now and then. I mean, that's a 1 in 4 chance, so it's not the worst odds. I mean, once he transforms, he becomes insane. 180% attack and defense and that key 3. Guaranteed additional, and if you are facing this, he's insane with a guaranteed crit. Now, in my opinion, that is why Cooler is the best Dokkanfest unit in the game. I have rambled on more than long enough. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, whatever you feel like doing. Have a good night. Bye, guys.